These are the 20 most viral moments in NBA history. And first up, the entire world came together to watch LeBron make history.
Has it 15 feet away from the goal. LeBron for the record. He's got it. LeBron James is now the all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA.
A lifetime of hard work, and it all boiled down to a single shot. 225 million views later, and this historic moment is the most viewed regular season game ever. And for 19, Curry makes a shot that nearly sends the announcer into a coma.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
This man pulled up from range and hit a game winner with the defender in his face. However, Kawhi Leonard threw us all for a loop at number 18.
And what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
And once Kevin Hart found out, my man went bananas.
Do you have any comments at all?
What just happened?
And once Hart started losing it, 27 million other people followed suit. But the only thing more shocking than Kawhi's laugh is a man's dance move. Cause Shaq started a dance-off and it ended with 39 million views. Man, Shaq, you gotta teach me some of those moves. Yet the 2020 NBA All-Star Game made highlights for a completely different reason.
Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave?
And this performance was so ear-piercing that the Warriors decided to make it their own remix. When Fergie gives you lemons, the Golden State Warriors give you lemonade. But in 2022, Giannis also tried to make lemonade. See, the Bucks came into the playoffs with high aspirations. They were number 1 in the East, and fans thought they were destined for the NBA Finals. But out of the blue, a guy named Jimmy shocked everyone.
Over the top to Butler. Jimmy Butler! And overtime in Game 5.
Jimmy Butler runs a little bit of a circle cut. Looks like he's going to go to the corner, circles back, and it's a lob play.
Before long, the Heat had completed the unthinkable. Yet Giannis wanted to remind his supporters that there was still light at the end of the tunnel.
Do you view this season as a failure?
Oh my God. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay. Do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, I don't know, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success.
But what Giannis didn't realize was that this press conference would blow up overnight. Soon, athletes from all sports caught wind.
I've been in that position, and I could feel the frustration. I knew exactly how it is like that. Success is made up of a ton of failures. You know, you fail far more than you do succeed. Sometimes people are complacent when they're asking you questions. How does it feel to be failing? You know, there are no mistakes. There aren't any lessons. I keep saying, you can't always win. It's not how you fall. It's how you get back up. It's how you show up a day in, day out and train and continue to try to get to wherever it is you're trying to get to, which is obviously the top.
Giannis spoke from the heart and taught us all a lesson. But not everyone falls short, because in 2013, one lucky fan had the chance of a lifetime. His name was Michael Dragic. All that stood between him and a life-changing amount of money was a single half-court shot. Then this happened.
And in the yellow sweatshirt, he just won $75,000 with a half-court hooker.
Oh my, he
probably enjoyed the hug by LeBron more than the money.
Wow, this fan walked away with a fortune and a bear hug. And when asked what was the best part of it, Michael didn't hesitate.
What was better, the shout out from LeBron or the $75,000?
James is a greeting.
Yeah,
I wanted to meet him. I look forward to at least doing that. And, probably not make the shot, but meeting King James is greatest.
Does it get any better than getting tackled by your idol? Well, the 52 million viewers certainly don't think so. But Allen Iverson got a chance to take it a step further. He didn't just embrace his idol, he had the chance to go toe-to-toe with him. And AI was only a rookie when he found himself against Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But rather than backing down from the challenge, he did something even MJ couldn't do.
Iverson has Jordan. The crowd is into it. Allen shakes free. Gets two!
Well, the crowd loves that, but guess who's coming?
Hold up. How's MJ gonna let a rook disrespect him like that? Yet MJ wasn't about to cry about it. The great ones always know when to respect game.
I'm never a type of guy that says, I can't get shown up. I just try to limit those opportunities. We never know if we have to play a one-on-one game. I think he can beat me on the perimeter, but I can take him in the post. But he's a heck of a player. He's a young talent, and I think he's going to continue to get better once he learns how to play the game on a much higher scale.
That's enough to make a grown man blush. But number 12 has me blushing. Because in 2014, I had the opportunity to watch young Steph Curry against an experienced black mamba. And you already know, Kobe wasn't going easy on the kid. He was about to show him what real defense looked like. Only Steph was more than ready for the challenge.
Price is 3 for 4, but I don't think anybody's at 50%.
Whoa! Dang, bro. 20 million people just watched Kobe slap Steph in the ass. And Steph low-key enjoyed it, so he wanted to remember it forever.
I went right back in at halftime. I was like, I need that clip. Like, bring me that back. I gotta save that on my phone.
Although Patrick Ewing wishes he never sees moment 11 ever again, because he found himself tasked against MJ's right-hand man.
Myers for Pippen. Oh, a faithful Scottie Pippen in the face of Patrick Ewing, who did not appreciate it.
Nah, that's cold-blooded. This man violated Patrick Ewing, then told Spike Lee to take his ass to New York City. And at number 10, it's the return that had everyone entertained. Because when KD left the OKC, the entire world went into shambles.
You know why I don't want to burn this jersey? Is it out of respect? You know it's not out of no respect! Lighter fluid is worth more than this jersey! I don't want to waste no lighter fluid because your jersey doesn't worth anything anymore! This is trash! This is trash! If I could rip that, oh, it might rip! I might be able to rip it! Oh wait, I'm not strong enough! Plan B! Plan B! Let's go! Let's go! Rip it! Rip it! Trash! 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 It's all trash! You're all trash! You're all trash!
1 year ago, OKC nearly defeated the 73-9 Warriors. And now, this man was joining the team he just lost to. That's some serious snake-like behavior.
Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors. How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it.
And this decision was so shocking that he didn't even warn his teammates. In fact, my man did the opposite.
It wasn't because Kevin Durant left. It was how he handled it. According to what I have been told, the night before Kevin Durant flew to the Hamptons, and the other 4 dudes, Iguodala, Draymond, Steph, and Clay met with him, Kevin Durant had dinner with Russell Westbrook, Nick Collison, I think Royal Ivy, but I'm not sure, and literally looked Russell Westbrook in the face and told him, I'm not leaving, I'm staying. And then went to the Hamptons and announced that he was going to Golden State.
First, he chokes in the playoffs, and then he forms a super team by lying to his old teammates. This lore went crazy, but Peyton Manning wasn't about to let him off the hook, because he made a joke and advertised their tension for the world to see.
And our gymnastics team was so dominant that Kevin Durant told me he wants to play for them next year.
Man, this bro wanted all the smoke, but so did Luka, because this man's got so much charisma, it gained over 42 million views on YouTube.
7th in the league in scoring at just over 28 points a game, and he's already...
Dang, bro got that baller riz. But for number 8, Goran Dragic took a trip back to the Stone Age. And once his teammates saw a dinosaur up close, they were terrified. These NBA players act all tough, but deep down, they were literally shaky. But Kobe isn't the one to take anyone for granted, because in 2009, his team basically had the championship in the bag. They were the NBA's best team all season long, and the Orlando Magic came into the finals as massive underdogs. But Kobe didn't see it that way. His team won by 25 in Game 1, only to run it back in Game 2. Yet this man hadn't even cracked a smile, and low-key, fans were getting concerned.
Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
It was at that moment that the world witnessed what Mamba mentality is all about. This man wasn't about to celebrate until the job was finished, and with a chance to close out the series, that became painfully obvious.
Ready to celebrate a championship. There's the final seconds. As the buzzer sounds, it's official. The Lakers are NBA champions once again. LA wins the 2009 NBA title.
Kobe Bryant, his first finals MVP, really the only thing on his resume that was not present.
Chills, bro. This dude won and did it the right way. Little did Kobe know, his speech inspired generations to come.
The job is not finished. Mom, the job is not finished.
We obviously know the job's not done.
I always go back to, the famous quote of Kobe Bryant, the job's not finished.
We understand what's at stake. The job is not done.
It's simple. The job is not finished.
Seriously, bro, how can you not be inspired? However, will we ever witness something as inspirational as the 2016 NBA Finals? See, most of us know the story. The game's two biggest stars, LeBron versus Curry, Cavs versus Warriors. And headed into Game 7, the fate of the world rested on 48 minutes. 48 minutes to either cement the Warriors' status as the greatest team ever, or 48 minutes to win the Cavs their first ever championship. And with only 2 minutes remaining, neither team had separated itself. This was until Andre Iguodala went on a fast break, and one player's heart allowed him to make the biggest play of his career.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
No one wanted to win more than LeBron, but the Warriors weren't going anywhere, and if the Cavs wanted to win, it was up to their offense. That's when Kyrie took the ball and never looked back.
One-on-one, Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Gets him one-on-one, lulls him to sleep, forces a late contest. That's a big-time offensive play by Kyrie.
One single flick of the wrist, and Kyrie cemented himself in NBA history. His shot didn't just win a championship, but 31 million people got to watch Kyrie's clutch gene in full effect. However, that's still only the second most watched NBA game of all time. But before we reveal the most watched game in NBA history, it's time for the commercial that put all of the commercials to bed. And since 16 million people watched the first commercial, the NBA decided to run it back, but with a twist.
Let's go. Dunk that.
But that's still not enough to overtake our fourth moment, because when Kobe went out in 2016, fans knew they were losing an all-time great. Only Kobe didn't want to steal the spotlight, so Shaq forced it down his throat.
Kobe, they're doing a big celebration for you the last game. A lot of us are going to be there. Can you promise me one thing?
What's up?
I need 50 that night. Can you do it? The last home game at the Staples, can you give us 50?
More than 2. No. No, absolutely not.
50 points in your final game? This dude's 37 years old. But if anyone was up to the task, it's Kobe Bryant. Only not even Shaq knew what was coming next.
Kobe, number 2.
A lot of energy. Every night he gives them a strong move.
Kobe to the basket.
Oh, pretty.
Kobe.
Oh,
jacks a 2. He's got 24 after that last hoop. This is seeking Kobe for 3. Yes. 45. Bryant on the move with the jumper. Oh, my! 58 points. 60.
First 20, then 30, then 45, and before long, my man was at 60. Only Kobe didn't realize at the time, but he had just one-upped his idol. Compared to MJ, Kobe's farewell performance had 75% higher ratings, and his viewership was 130% higher. This dude came into the league hoping to be a fraction of the player MJ was, and he finished a lot closer to Jordan than anyone would have anticipated. Today, clips of Kobe Bryant's final game have surpassed 45 million views. But with only 3 moments remaining, it's the video that crossed over 85 million views on YouTube.
And Smart. See, I mean, why are they running into each other? Why is Matt Barnes doing that? It doesn't make any sense to me. Unless he thinks he can entice Kobe Bryant to get thrown out.
Matt Barnes thought he could mess with Kobe, but this man doesn't flinch. And Barnes thought this moment would come back to bite him, but instead, it did the opposite.
I was actually supposed to go to Toronto for a multi-year deal. But then Kobe hit me up one day on the phone. I've been a Laker fan my whole life, you know, and the fact that Kobe called me up like, anyone crazy enough to fuck with me is crazy enough to play with me. I'm just like, shit, I gotta go back to Cali and play with Kobe, so that's what I did.
Can you imagine getting a call from Kobe personally asking you to join his team? I don't think it's humanly possible to say no. So he teamed up with the man who couldn't be pranked. But it's even harder to throw Michael Jordan off his game, especially in the NBA Finals. See, the 1998 Finals were different. MJ had won before, but never like this. That's because this was Jordan's final season on the Bulls, and the whole world knew it, meaning the Utah Jazz wanted nothing more than to send MJ home with the biggest L of his career. But to do that, the Jazz had their work cut out. They had to win Game 6 and 7. And in the final moments of Game 6, the Jazz were minutes away from setting the series to an all-or-nothing Game 7. But they made one crucial mistake. They gave MJ too much time.
Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead. Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Call it a push-off, call it an easy shot. But to me, this is greatness. But for our top moment, it's only right we revisit Linsanity, a story like no other. Jeremy Lin experienced one of the wildest journeys to stardom in NBA history. After going undrafted in 2010, Lin fought tooth and nail just to make the Summer League. At one point, this dude was literally sleeping on his friend's couch. But that's when he got a call that would change his life. The injury-riddled New York Knicks were offering him a non-guaranteed contract with path to legitimate playing time. So on February 4th, 2012, Lin finally got his opportunity against the New Jersey Nets. That's when Jeremy Lin proved all the doubters wrong.
Jeremy Lin drives and finishes. Nice play from Lin. A little two-man game. Banks it in to Lin. Lin flips it up and puts it in. Jeremy Lin pressuring, driving to the basket, does it again. He has been superb. Jeremy Lin knocks it down. Clock at 8, splits the defense again, gets to the rim, puts it in, and a foul. Wow!
25 points, 7 assists, and 1 massive W. However, the Knicks were going to need a lot more firepower if they wanted to turn their season around. New York had lost 11 of its last 14, and that's when Lin struck again.
Lin gets around Jefferson, looking, and banks it in. It's Fields to Lin. Lin reverse, banks it in. Jeremy Lin on the drive, right to the basket. So the move, back to Jeffries, Lin with a jump shot, knocks it down. Lin splits the defenders, gets inside, lefty layup, puts it in. Or keeps it alive. Lin has to put it up, bang! A three-pointer as the shot clock expired.
28 points? This man is a machine. Yet his biggest test came just a few days later. It was February 10th, and Lin's Knicks were facing Kobe's Lakers. An average Joe against an NBA icon. That's when the legend of Linsanity was officially born.
Front line when he penetrates. Lin's shot knocks it down, a three-pointer. Lin will shoot again, knocks it down.
Development, he'll get there quicker.
Knocks it down. Tough turnaround shot, gets to the go. 16 points for Lin. And likes the open floor, spinning, puts it up and banks it in. To Lin. Lin fakes, pull-up jump shot, knocks it down. Crowd wants him, puts up the two-pointer, puts it in with 31. Lin for 3. Bang!
38 points against your idol? Safe to say, bro's not sleeping on his friend's couch anymore. But just when fans thought Linsanity couldn't get any crazier, it did.
Fans on their feet. 5, 4. Lin for the win. Got it.
A few weeks ago, he was unemployed, and now he's dropping buckets on Kobe and hitting game winners on Valentine's Day. And once the NBA took note, it was already too late. The Knicks went on to win 10 out of the next 13 games to keep their playoffs hopes alive. But that's not the only time. And first, we got the time Steph Curry did something even he didn't know was possible.
Iguodala push ahead. Curry down the lane, and he rammed it home! A right-hand spike!
Dang! B.B. Lowry didn't stand a chance, and neither does Drew Holiday at number 23.
Incredible to believe. Gets on a minute. Right. Threw it off. Holiday got it back and puts it in. What a play! He knew he was going to get called for a travel. Threw it off the back of the defender and then knocked down the three.
Sheesh. Bro's a genius and a bucket, but LeBron's IQ is on a whole nother level. Only his foot game might be even better.
It was a shoe that
came off. I think he might have got it back on here. No, it's still off. He's got one shoe on, right? You need your shoes to play basketball. As great as he is, you still need two shoes.
And here he is with the throwdown.
How this man gonna lose a shoe and then put the Clippers to sleep? But the Lakers also got a bedtime story, and OKC has never been happier.
This game for the Thunder. Westbrook held by Sajari, put it down!
This dude made one flip shot, and the fans are acting like he won the NBA Finals. Josh Giddy does Russ one better. He hit a shot without even standing.
You're hoping you get some points out of this.
Oh, Giddy from the backside, he was on his back. Still gets the shot up to beat the shot clock, and it drops in.
Wait, did he do what I just thought he did?
I'm not sure which one he loves more, circus shots or teenagers. But you don't have to ask Steph twice, because this man is so good, he started taking tips from the Harlem Globetrotters.
I mean, we've talked about it many times on broadcast that turnovers and fouls have been their problems, and they've cut them both. Only 5 turnovers tonight.
Oh my God, oh, sensational. Now that's how you turn lemons into lemonade right there if you're Steph Curry.
Dang, Steph, you just embarrassed the defending champs on your knees. But Luka Doncic has the Nets on their knees, asking for mercy.
Late in the shot clock, 4 seconds, got it from Kleba, again late in the clock, in desperation, he strikes it up, and that is Luka Magic right there!
How the Nets gonna play lockdown defense just to get rewarded with that BS? But that's far from the only question I got. Because when you're 7'4" with an almost 8-foot wingspan, there are certain things you shouldn't be able to do. Like how my man gonna enter the game and immediately turn into Steph Curry.
He fires.
He scores! That's a good sign.
Seriously, bro, Wemby needs to be nerfed. Yet he's not the only one. See, the 1980s were run exclusively by 2 teams, the Lakers and the Celtics. And in the 1987 playoffs, the Pistons had a chance to put an end to the dominance. They were squaring up against Larry Bird's Celtics. But in Game 5, Dennis Johnson showed the entire world why Boston's chemistry was unmatched.
That's a set play off the backboard.
What a beauty! Johnson bounces it to Bird.
That was a set play. Bird was fronted, and they bounced.
This team was the real deal. But if you really want to watch a man on a mission, then look no further than 2006. See, you had 2 of the game's youngest stars, Dwight Howard and Chris Paul. And fans didn't realize it at the time, but they were in store for something truly special. Because once CP3 touched the ball, it turned into David versus Goliath 2.0.
Striker with that ability to snipe from the perimeter. Oh my. Oh man, some athleticism. Chris Paul taking it right at Dwight Howard, who can only grin at that play.
And a little taunting.
Dang, no wonder Kim Kardashian couldn't resist this man. Only Kanye isn't alone in his suffering, because the Grizzlies thought they had Pat Bev's number just to let this happen.
Kick out from McDaniels, Beverly, Curly Neal style, missed it, follows and gets it to go! Some sauce from Pat Bev. A-Rod likes the use of the window.
This man talks so much smack, we forgot he's low-key a bucket, but Miles Turner tries to let his play do the talking, and that almost went terribly wrong. Because 1 second, this man's going in for the dunk, and the next second, he gets violated.
Before he became an assistant coach with Josh Vaughn.
Turner was trying to block it.
He dislocated his finger. Yeah, he dislocated his finger. Yeah, they'll take him to the back. The problem here, if he can't shoot his free throws, he's out of the game.
He just dislocated his finger, and that's enough pain to take most players out the game. Ben Simmons, but not Miles Turner, because this man still had a job to do.
And here he comes, Miles Turner.
He shot it. He shot it left-handed. He shot that left-handed. Give me more. Yeah. Yeah.
The NBA might be getting softer, but Miles is giving us all hope. However, Luka Doncic is giving us hope without even realizing it. On the other hand, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention Latrell Sprewell. This dude created a disaster and then fixed it before anyone even noticed.
Sprewell loses the ball to Giddy. It's on the floor. Sprewell gets it back. He shoots the seat of his pants and scores. Seated at the free throw line.
Imagine losing the ball and then draining a shot on the ground. New York must have nearly had a heart attack, and so did Los Angeles at our 10th moment. These guys worked their tails off. They upset Dillon Brooks' Grizzlies, and before long, they found themselves in the 2023 Western Conference Finals. That's when they ran into a real-life Penguin with flippers, Nikola Jokic.
Just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good! Of course it goes in! Jokic from downtown! Anthony Davis just stares at him.
Not gonna lie, I think my man got lucky. I mean, look at Anthony Davis. This dude's losing it. But Jokic must have taken that personally. 6 days later, it was Game 4, and this time, it was do or die for the Lakers. One loss, and their season would be over. That's when Jokic said, say less.
Shot clock winding down. Jokic has to put it up. High on three. Oh, he knocks it down.
Does this dude have his aimbot turned on? I mean, seriously, this is getting out of hand. It can't possibly happen.
Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic knocks it down. His foot was on the line, a two-pointer.
All right, that's on me, guys. I should have never doubted a Serbian horse racer. Yet, imagine getting doubted by your own teammate. Because for number 9, Steph wanted the final shot to end the half. Only Draymond was having none of that.
Half-court heave, good by Draymond. Draymond Green doing Draymond Green kind of thing.
This man was feeling himself, and not even the world's greatest shooter could get in his way. But that still doesn't compare to our next moment. Picture this. You're down 23, and your opponent does the unthinkable.
Well, they're not the Lone Ranger in that regard. Luka has done this to many teams this year. What? No, you gotta stay. You need to stay. You don't want to leave.
Come on, bro. Their fans left the arena, and then you do that? And for our 7th moment, we're switching things up. See, this man, he's a stone cold killer, and he's like every other moment, except for one minor difference. Everyone expected him to shoot. That's why he said this.
If you go for a game winner, I'd rather take a mid-range than a 3. It's just a naturally easier shot, and I can stop on a dime. I can step back and still be in a close space, close to the basket. Like, there's so many different things that can happen. But to take out the mid-range shot because it's not a good shot, it's kind of corny, honestly. So.
And fans were clowning this man for preferring a shot that was almost extinct. But that was before they realized this man was like no other.
Makes a move.
From posting his meat on the internet to hitting daggers against my glorious king, Jamal Murray is fearless. But not even a week later, Murray had a chance to do it again. Only this time, the Lakers' entire season rested in the balance.
Murray around the corner. Murray pulls up. And hits! It's over! Here at Ball Arena! The Nuggets have come up clutch!
Every superhero needs his kryptonite, and I think LeBron just found his. But at least the sport of basketball loves LeBron. I'm not so sure I can say the same about Brody.
At the Timberwolves. Westbrook lost it, got it back, and finished.
Who passed it to him? Well, he passed it to himself. Yeah.
This basketball had a mind of its own, and Russ did not care. However, Andre Miller also put a spell on the basketball, and it makes Russ look powerless.
Be a 24-second violation on the Cavaliers. Oh! Miller threw that in the hole! Do you believe it?
Bro had all the girls sliding in his DMs, but if anyone can pull, it's gotta be Nikola Jokic. Come on, how can any girl resist a Serbian delight? And this guy came into 2024 on his A game. Only here's the interesting part. Nobody cared. With under 6 minutes to go, the Nuggets found themselves down 16. But then out of the blue, something special started to happen.
Jokic working on Looney. Little hook shot is good. It was 10 points. Here's Gordon in the corner, and here come the Nuggets. IU in Indiana. Here Jokic from Murray. Oh, he leaves it for Gordon. On him. Jokic drops the shoulder and ties this game at 127.
The Nuggets worked their tails off, but their magic wasn't finished because Nikola Jokic got the ball one final time. You know my man didn't disappoint.
Clock ticks, gotta put one up. Jokic for the win. Oh, it's good! Jokic got it off in time, and the Nuggets win it!
Not gonna lie, I didn't know it was possible to see the Joker so happy, but unfortunately, that emotion only lasted a few minutes, all thanks to Shaq's terrible Spanish.
Incredible finish, incredible shot. Nice going, man.
Thank you guys.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.
No, it's not Shaq. Come on, brother. It's second time.
Oh, that's right. That's Russian. I'm sorry.
Dang, bruh. I thought Nikola Jokic was finally starting to like basketball. Only you don't have to worry about my man Miles Turner. When the lights are the brightest, you know he's bringing the energy. And in Game 4 against the Bucks, Turner had a chance to put the series to bed. As a player, you can't ask for much more. But then something weird started to happen because this man only averages 1 3 per game. Yet for 48 straight minutes, this man couldn't miss.
All right, the kick. Turner. Turner from deep. Flip, if you've just joined us. Turner. Creeps into the paint. Turner from the corner. Playing on 2 gimpy ankles, gritting his way through. That is Turner. Is Wake Turner.
They're going to be able to get a lot of those looks.
Unreal.
Dang, this dude hit almost as many threes in a game as he makes in a month. And if that's not expected, then I only have 2 words for you. Dallas Mavericks. And in 2011, it was the Mavericks versus the entire world. They came into the season with 20-1 odds, which didn't even come close to the top teams. Miami was the championship favorite with 17-10 odds, followed closely behind the NBA's reigning champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. But once the playoffs rolled around, none of that mattered.
Wants to just spot up, play off, and look for the 3.
Deshaun Stevenson. Jason Kidd launches a 3. A 3-point shot, and that's what they're thinking about. Jason Terry off the bench, knocks down the 3.
That's some rebounding by the Los Angeles Lakers.
How about Terry again?
If you're going to make a run at these people, you see right here, that's inexcusable. Down in the painted area, taking away every passing angle.
And Nowitzki stays hot from 3. For the 4th time in franchise history, the Dallas Mavericks are going to the Western Conference Finals. There will be a new champion in the NBA, and one of the great coaching careers of all time has come to an end.
Hold up, these dogs swept Kobe's Lakers? But their toughest challenge lied ahead. They played the team no one wanted to face, LeBron's Heat. On paper, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh were on a different level, but the Mavericks had heart, and it was all thanks to Dirk Nowitzki. After dropping the first game, Dirk battled a high fever and flu-like symptoms throughout Game 2, and it wouldn't be easy. With 4 minutes remaining, they trailed by 9 points, and the fans had already begun to write off Dirk Nowitzki, but they forgot one thing: he ain't right back yet.
7 to shoot. Nowitzki drives, goes underneath, lefty layup, banks it in with 3.6 remaining. Miami out of timeouts, trailing by 2. James back to Wade. Wade puts it up for the win. Off the mark, and Dallas has tied the finals with one of the most incredible comebacks in NBA Finals history.
A game-winning layup to tie up the series? Ooh, that's cold. But the Heat weren't having it, and they decided to call cap.
Oh, did y'all hear me call? I think I'm sick.
Only they had zero idea who they were messing with. Little did they know, this motivation only fueled Dirk more, and that's when this happened.
The Dallas Maverick fans starting to celebrate. Nowitzki, left hand, lays it in, and it's 103-92, and that should do it for the Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavericks have scaled the NBA playoff mountain and have planted their flag. They are the NBA champions.
Come here, Jen! Come here, Jen!
It's crazy to think that one man's heart can take the world's biggest underdog and turn them into champions. And what's even crazier is our last moment, because I'm willing to bet that most of you have never heard of Malachi Flynn. And honestly, I hadn't either. In 4 NBA seasons, this dude is only averaging 5.2 points per game. And this past season alone, Flynn played for 3 different teams. But he might have finally found a home with the Detroit Pistons. It was April 3rd, 2024, Hawks versus Pistons. And Malachi Flynn was supposed to merely come off the bench for a few minutes. However, it didn't take long to realize that wasn't going to happen.
Malachi to the basket, lays it up.
Malachi Flynn with a shot. Back with Flynn in the backcourt. Malachi Flynn, a double clutch three. Here he goes down the lane of the rim, lays it up, lays it in. He's had that lead. It's a 39-16 run.
This dude legit woke up in the morning, looked in the mirror, and convinced himself he was Steph Curry. Like, that's crazy, because the fourth quarter hadn't even started yet. He already had a career-high 31 points. That's when my man really let loose.
In the corner to Malachi, and the triple try is down.
14-point deficit.
Malachi Flynn off the high glass, and he hits it. PR for helping us research those numbers. Here's Malachi, and he rattles it in.
41, 18 shots, 19 shots.
Here he is running up another one and in. Pull up, long gun from the top, it goes! Ball dislodged ahead to Malachi. Lays it up, lays it in! 50 points for Malachi Flynn off the bench.
19 points in the fourth quarter? That's gotta be the most random 50-point outburst in NBA history. And I'm for real too, because this man is so otherwise mediocre that he made history. He's the third player ever to score 50 points off the bench. To say this performance was unusual would be an understatement. But to not watch another video would be even more unusual, because I just watched Steph drain a half-court shot for the win. And all you gotta do to see it is click the video on the screen.